Dear students, welcome to the first real case study of this MOOC. And this case study is a very special one. A very special one. It is a book by Leo Mallet, Fog on Tolbiac Bridge, which, if you know the book, some of you may think that it's not a good example of this MOOC, since the first edition of this book was published in 1956, and its topic, its content, is purely situated in one specific area of Paris. So it seems to be old-fashioned, and it seems to be, let's say, too narrowly focused on Paris. Nevertheless, we think that this book by Leo Mallet is a wonderful example of contemporary European crime fiction. Why contemporary? Contemporary because the book has been permanently updated since its first edition. It has been republished in many different contexts. It has been transmedialized. I would like to show you just one famous example of its transmedialization, a comic version, a graphic novel version by the famous French author Jacques Tardy. So since 1956 there has been a lot of updates and remakes, modern remakes of that work. On the one hand, on the other hand, it is also a book that is not just about Paris, since it actually raises all the transversal themes that are key to this MOOC. There are key issues having to do with gender, with migration, with ethnicity, with social commitment, and so on and so forth. So this book is a perfect mirror of changing European identities. Leo Mallet, the author of this book, is perhaps less known than the universally known Belgian author Georges Simenon, creator of Maigret. Nevertheless, he is extremely important for the field of crime fiction in Europe, and Mallet is generally considered as the one who appropriated the Raymond Chandler style of writing to the European context. Nevertheless, there are, of course, many similarities between Chandler and Mallet. Similarities at the level of the plot that they have been working on, similarities at the level of their style, their tone, similarities at the level of their main protagonist, the typical private eye crime fiction type. Nevertheless, there are also very important differences. And the differences in the case of Mallet have to do with this, let's say, typical European background, which goes back to 19th century crime fiction in France. Is a kind of mix of a theme, namely crime fiction, a certain setting, Paris. Each book of Leo Mallet in the series we are studying here is situated in a different neighborhood in Paris and tries to, let's say, highlight the local color of that neighborhood. And the third element is also, let's say, that specific, that particular social commitment, the mirror idea of a European crime fiction we would like to highlight as well in this subsection, this first case study, which, of course, we hope you will enjoy very much.